Well, hello everyone. This is a video on selection sort. So that's what we're going to take a look at, and then you'll be turning this in as an assignment. So we have a couple variables, temp and min. We got to keep track of those, and we have two for loops, an inner and outer. The inner for loop is using the variable scan. The outer one is using index. And then we have the swapping. If we find that one of them is less than the other, we swap them. And this is just for printing out the steps as it goes through. It's not part of the array or a part of the selection sort. This is the part of the selection sort that you have to have. So when we start off, we go through. What basically it does, we're just taking this value and we're comparing it to all of these. So it's going to go across, find, and then until it's going to say this one. No, well, we found one that's smaller. So it keeps checking. All right, all the way through, and then it says, no, nothing smaller than this one. So what happens is these two values get swapped. Okay, so these two values are now swapped. And then it comes over here. And it starts at these two locations. And it says, or these two, which one is smaller. So it finds that this one's smaller than that. So it goes through. And is anything else smaller? Nope, nothing else is smaller. So the 2 and the 6 get swapped. So this one moves over here, and this is where it starts next. So this is a 6. Is anything smaller? So the 5 is smaller, so it temporarily looks at that and checks at this one. Nope, that one's, so this one's now smaller than that. So it goes through, okay, so this one, it finds out this is the one that's the smallest of the other ones it's comparing to. So these two values get swapped. So this goes to 3, and this goes to a 6. And then this slides over, and now they check these two. Is this one smaller than that? It's not. Is this smaller than that? Yes, it is. Is this one smaller than that? No. So then these two get swapped. So this becomes a 4, and this becomes a 5. Now this one slides over. Remember, this is the index as it goes across. This is the one represents scan. So it looks at these two. Yes, this one is smaller. Then it checks this one. Is this one smaller? No, it's not. So these two swap. So this becomes a 5, and this becomes a 6. And then this one slides over. This one slides over, and then this is, again, this is the index value. So now it's 6 and 9 are the two compared. So it goes 9. Is it less than 6? It's not. Nothing to swap. When it's all done, it prints out. This is the order that it prints. So if I go to run this, so after the first sort, 1, 6, 2, 5, 3, 4, 9. Then after the second sort, 1, 2, 6, 5, 3, 4, 9. So how these two swapped. Now we're looking at these, just by looking at them, we're up to this one. So the next one these two should swap. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 4, 9. And now we're starting with here, then these two should swap, the 5 and the 4. So there it is, 4 and 5 swapped. And then the next time these two should swap. They did. That's the 5th time through. 6th time through, there was no swapping necessary. And that finishes the sort. So there you have it. There's the sort. So I want you to go ahead and turn in this as an assignment. You do not need this piece down here, but I do want you to have this as a static method, and then I want you to call it from the main. So I want you to set up an array, whatever size you want. So here's the larger one. So if I take that one, uncomment that one, and comment this one, and let me just comment these out. So I don't need to do these. I'll let it go through really quickly. So this just, again, shows the array before it's sorted. It shows the array after. So let's compile and run. So before the array gets sorted, after the array got sorted. Okay? So that's the assignment. I want you to turn this in. You need to have a main method that sets up an array, whatever size of integers you want. I want you to print out the array before the sort, put in a couple of blank lines in there. I want you to call the sort the selection sort method, which is a static method down here. Then I want you to print it out after the sort is completed. So that's your assignment. Go ahead and turn that in. Again, you don't need this part. And if you're interested, here's my pause method. It's just it says press enter to continue. All that's doing here is setting up a scanner and then scan.next line, which pauses and waits for the enter key to be hit. That's all that is. Quick and simple. Very. If you want to put a pause in your program somewhere. All right, there it is. So that's your next assignment. So turn in selection sort. Hopefully you are doing okay during this time. Hope you and your family are well. So happy programming.